She was told to play something casual, nothing emotional, nothing impressive, just a light tune to fill the room, a bit of background noise for the evening's chatter. She smiled politely, but inside, she felt that familiar little sting. You see, for her, music was never casual. It was her native language, the way she spoke when words just weren't enough. It was how she translated the world, how she processed every feeling, every memory. But tonight, the instruction was clear. Don't make a scene. Don't be too much. As she looked around the room, she saw a sea of faces, all caught up in their own conversations, their own worlds. Laughter and the clinking of glasses filled the air. No one was really paying attention, and in a way, that was the point. She was meant to be invisible, a human jukebox, playing pleasant, forgettable melodies. She walked towards a grand piano, its polished surface reflecting the dim lights. The bench felt like an old friend, solid and comforting beneath her. She sat down, her posture straightening almost instinctively, and let her hands rest gently on the cool ivory keys. For a moment she just listened to the hum of the room, to the echoes of advice she'd received her whole life. Don't try so hard. Don't feel so deeply. Don't stand out. The room began to quiet down, not because of her, but just as the natural ebb and flow of conversations lost. A few people glanced her way, a flicker of curiosity in their eyes before they turned back to their drinks. She took a slow, deliberate breath, closed her eyes, and made a decision. She would start exactly as they asked. Simple, soft, casual. She would give them the gentle background music they wanted, but she wouldn't cage the melody. She would let the music breathe, let it move where it wanted to go, follow it on its own journey. Her fingers hovered over the keys, a silent promise hanging in the air. In that brief electric pause, no one in that room could have possibly known that this casual tune was about to become something truly unforgettable. The first few notes floated into the room, light and easy, just as expected. They were pretty unassuming, weaving through the remaining chatter without causing a ripple. A few people nodded absently, their minds elsewhere. It was perfect background music. But then, something shifted. A subtle change, a new layer of complexity. The melody began to deepen, to gather strength. Her hands, which had been moving with polite restraint, now moved with a quiet confidence. A raw, undeniable feeling pouring from her fingertips. She was no longer just playing notes. She was telling a story. Conversations started to falter, one by one. Heads turned. Eyes that were glazed over moments before now widened with surprise. The piano, once a piece of furniture, had become the vibrant, beating heart of the room, filling every corner with a warmth and an emotion that was impossible to ignore. Each note was honest, alive, and achingly beautiful. It spoke of quiet sorrows and soaring joys, of longing and release. Time itself seemed to bend, to slow down, as the music grew richer, more intricate, drawing every single person into its spell. The room was completely silent now, holding its breath. When the final, resonant chord faded into the air, the silence that followed was profound. It wasn't an empty silence. It was heavy with the emotion she had just shared. It stretched for a beat, 2 beats, and then applause erupted. It wasn't polite clapping. It was a sudden, powerful explosion of sound. On the faces of the audience, there was shock, admiration, and a deep, newfound respect. They weren't just applauding a performance. They were acknowledging a revelation. She slowly lifted her hands from the keys, her heart pounding in her chest. And in that moment, she understood. A tune might start casual, but true, authentic passion can never stay small. She had followed their request, but more importantly, she had followed her heart. And in doing so, she had transformed a simple, forgettable moment into a piano masterpiece that no one in that room would ever forget. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.